Mr. Speaker, I yield 2 minutes to my very good friend, distinguished gentleman from New York, Mr. Molinaro.
Gentleman from New York is recognized for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to the chairman. I have only been here for 5 months, but I already have been blamed for things I have and have not done, for action we did or didn't take. We're here now. We're here now at a moment where Americans, by design or default, have given us a bipartisan government, and the House Republicans delivered on a promise to hold the federal government accountable, and we have an agreement. That agreement will move this nation forward. I want to speak very specifically to one component. Mr. Speaker, grew up on food stamps. My mother, diagnosed with depression, would not have survived without that assistance. She was encouraged and worked hard and got on her feet and ultimately achieved independence. For the last 12 years, I've administered a social service agency in the state of New York. The Fiscal Responsibility Act takes important action, not at all to punish our most vulnerable. In fact, takes real steps to ensure those most vulnerable among us are protected and served and have access to the support that they deserve, and, by the way, find their way to work. This bill holds states like New York and others accountable for waiving restrictions, expanding access, not to help the most vulnerable, but to bloat and to grow and to increase state government. Because of action states have taken, the most vulnerable are left to fend for themselves, demoralized, dehumanized, and felt worth less. While states like New York increase their infrastructure, their government, and leverage federal taxpayer dollars, not to benefit those who need the help the most, but to benefit state government. This bill starts a very important step of holding states accountable and assisting those who are most vulnerable among us. I urge my colleagues not only to support the rule, but to support the underlying bill. We have an opportunity here to make a measurable difference in the lives of those who struggle the most, and this is an effort to ensure that happens. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I yield back.
Gentleman from Oklahoma reserves. The gentleman from